I won't fear, that's on God, no fear up in my crew. I'm right here on the rock, talking scripture in the booth. Fear no demons or no monsters, we just tell them what to do. Death can't hold me, that's on squad. Jesus proved it with the tomb. For the truth, I'll be martyred. Jesus won and I will too. Following God, I know I'm fly, but we still beating the odds. All of these bars dropping like bombs, we know the victory's ours. The rod, the staff, they cover me. The road, the path, you guided me. The things I see come true. I know my dreams are from you.
Dark valley life has become a trail. Walking through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
All of you Pharisees, you cannot handle me. Demons, they scared of me. They try to bury me. God, he commanded thee, locking the magazine. Shooting the enemy, killing them randomly. God got his hand on me, never abandoned me. Hot like a canopy, no methamphetamine. Jesus is the entity, feel the intensity. They try to cancel fulfilling my destiny. They're not a fan, cause God my identity. As I walk through the valley, as I walk through the shadows, yeah, I am not fearing no evil. I will tell all of the people, no matter how they feel, my God's love is real. Whom shall I fear no evil? Yeah, you know I'm up. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? Through the shadows of whoa. Even through valleys and shadows, Jesus is fighting my battles. Even through valleys and shadows, I will not be where I travel. Whom shall I? Whom shall I? Whom shall I? Whom shall I fear?
Shout out to the Most High God, Yeshua Yahweh, all day. Twerk, ain't no babble on my lips. I speak different languages. Been a Christian since a dread. See the dead, watch them live. God, mama be kissing with no gloves on. Call of Duty was home war zone. Think they painted a stone, going home. I debated the laws long. My Theo a victim of drugs we abuse. He went to heaven, God emptied the tomb. No oxygen, got the air to the throne. Lazarus, wake up. I sipped the coffee, no makeup. I had a meet with my maker. Genesis one, the creator. I blow a kiss to a hater. Oh, hell, I get feeling sexy through I. On the block, on my op, steady chosen. Ain't no glitch on my wrist, but it's frozen.
On my block, we don't blah, blah, blah.
You can talk with God, we don't blah, 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 yeah.
Feeling your way, yeah. No time to waste, yeah. Filled with His grace, yeah. And I live in seeking His face, no, yeah.
Grace on me, say something. All this grace on me, don't talk, just pray for me.
I just say prayer, hey yo, that is what we require. From the other day, them have burn pure fire. Just the blood of Jesus, burn them souls just like a tire. Send him to the pits of hell, down the figure retire. He's just like Opak, no say, yo, we miss a big liar. We have a talk with God, always a whole of prayer. We let God rise and watch all of me enemies, them scatter. We no blah, 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 no way, no never.
On my block, we don't blah, blah, blah.
You can talk with God, we don't blah, 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 yeah.
Feeling your way, yeah. No time to waste, yeah. Filled with His grace, yeah. And I live in seeking His face, no, yeah.
Grace on me, say something. All this grace on me, don't talk, just pray for me. Grace on me, say something. All this grace on me, don't talk, just pray for me. Though people talk, I don't care cause the grind don't stop. Casting my cares on the one who will never let the righteous be shaken. Now, feeling my way out, yeah. No time to waste now. Ain't no sleeping on me, God been moving, y'all gon' find out. Cristo reina, cambio mi vida, bendice mi lengua. Cada mentira la echo pa' fuera.
On my block, we don't blah, blah, blah.
You can talk with God, we don't blah, 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 yeah.
All right, Cruisin with KS is officially live. What's going on? Happy Monday to everybody. Hopefully, everybody has had a great, Thanksgiving weekend. Hopefully, you guys are back in your cities or, back in your hometown, wherever you were traveling from. Thank God for traveling grace and traveling mercies as you travel to see your families or, your families travel to see you for this past holiday. I'm glad that today is Monday. I'm kicking off the show in a great way. I'm kicking off the week in a great way, and I do want to give a big shout out to my guest who goes by the name of Nathan, but on social media his name is Seezox.Media, and he's a media person. He's a photographer, and I'm really excited to connecting with him and just seeing what God is going to do through this connection and as we move forward. So first and foremost, do me a favor if you haven't already. And share the live if you haven't already, and tag at least 5 to 10 people in the chat to let them know Cruisin with KS is live on a Monday night. Okay, this is a one of one. Okay, this will never happen again. So I'm excited on tonight. Let's go ahead and get my bro Nathan in the building, and he's gonna share his his testimony, how he got into cars, how he got into photography. And if you guys have any questions, type them in the chat. Whether you are in media or whether you want to know how he got into media. What's some tips that that you can ask him if you are a photographer or a vlogger or different things like that. I do want to give another big shout out to my bro Word Rat in the building. Shout out to Jonathan Woodward in the building. Appreciate the love on tonight, you guys. Nathan, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm great, man. I'm great, man. Happy Monday to you, bro, man. Happy Monday to you.
Yeah, God bless. You have a nice Thanksgiving?
I had a great Thanksgiving. I want to say I met you on Thanksgiving, and we booked this interview on Thanksgiving.
We did, right? Like, I wasn't expecting that. I said my first YouTube live interview ever is on Thanksgiving. It's a blessing. That's awesome.
Absolutely. So again, thank you for accepting the follow request. But let us know who Nathan is, and how was your childhood, and what got you into photography.
Man, so I've been doing photography and videography since I was a little kid almost. Like back when we used to go chill at the pool with like a lot of my teenage friends when that was a thing. We'd ride like a mile bike ride from our house down to the pool every day kind of thing. And I used to shoot videos on like an old Olympus camera and an old Nikon Coolpix and like all that old school stuff that you can picture me growing up with as like a 30-some-year-old now. Like, it was really fun, but like everybody loved those edits I put together. I used to burn them on DVDs and stuff, I remember, and send them out to people. And I never really strayed away from photography. It's like I got into it in high school bigger, a little more. We had a teacher that was, brilliant enough to teach us how to develop film in like an actual dark room and like how to take that type of actual film and like realize what type of features you needed to have on the camera, what type of settings you needed to work to like make that photo happen, And that's what taught me a lot about digital photography nowadays is that I can still translate that early experience of like what still is, necessity as a photographer to today where I can just plug it into a camera and I'm good to go.
Now with you being in photography, I know, just like technology, just like the society, we have made a lot of progress since like the 70s. I'm sure like back then, like cause I graduated from Ohio Media School back in 2017. And my teacher, my instructor was telling us like how far photography has come. Like they used to have to like cut the film and put it in the liquid, hang it up for it to dry. And nowadays, like us with all this technology, we wouldn't know what to do if we lost the technology. So So I know for a fact that the older generation, the seasoned saints, the people that are 50 and over, they think that they can do life without technology. But I just want to let everybody know that technology has played a huge part, not only in media but in all of our lives, and we have to continue to adapt to it. I know people want to use social media for negative things and stuff like that, but like when it comes to like using social media the right way, which is how we met. Being genuine, being respectful, being nice. It doesn't hurt to say hello. You feel me?
No.
So that's how we met each other. But but in your eyes, how far has photography come since you started? You said in high school.
Oh my God! So if you want to talk about like megapixels, it was like 3 or 4 megapixel camera I used to shoot on like starting out. And now I'm on to these days now where it's like my Sony camera is 48 megapixels and it shoots 4K video, and which you almost can't fathom that that's even a real thing. Like, it's just really cool, like how far that's come. And there's also the other surface of it, which is like the AI technology now, where you see things like Midjourney, where you can plug in a certain algorithm or what you want something to look like, and you can input your own pictures and stuff and import your own images and say, I want this GTRI shot to be in Times Square in the year 2050. What's the future going to look like? Kind of concept. Like, it's really getting out there, and the creativity for people that really want to branch out into it, it's there. Like, I mean, photography is there. It's like, it's one of those things I don't think will ever go away, because there was some value back in, the old times of photography being something of a almost wealth, or something that you cherished, or something that families really cherished. And now film has somewhat replaced that a little bit, but a lot of people still, I've noticed, gravitate toward just the beauty of what photography really is and get the prints done. And, when they see it done like that, it's just kind of a thing of beauty in and of itself.
Absolutely.
It's a frozen moment in time,
Got you. So of course everybody has these different passions and different, outlets. What made you choose photography, and what made you continue to, use photography? Because now you got your company, you got your life. So like, what's your motivation to help you keep moving forward?
So part of it is what my full-time job is. I work as like a thrift store pricer. So I'm constantly pricing higher price items in their store throughout the day. I'll go through, kind of figure out what's worth what. And on top of that, then I'll want to go in and I'll take my own photographs, kind of thing, to see what stuff's worth. And not only that, I'm a reseller as well. So I repurpose things on, like, say like Poshmark's a good avenue to go out. Like, you can sell a lot of stuff through that avenue. I like to use my good photography skills to embrace that and sell even more on there. I love it,
Now, of course, you've learned different tips, different angles, different things that help make your work look top quality. So what are some things that you had to like practice, or like some challenges you had to overcome, so that you can become a better photographer and now run a company?
So where I'd like to see myself in, I was even trying to tell my wife this beforehand. I was saying, like, in 2.5-year fragments, I'd like to see myself become not only the best of what I consider myself as a photographer,
right,
and expand those skills, but also even more dive into like what I want to on videography too, because I know I'm capable of doing both. I've shot both before, and truthfully, there is a lot of money in both, and they're both very good outlets for me personally to get out anxiety, depression, anything that I'm feeling that's negative inside me. That I just love being around these people and everybody else so much, because they've meant so much to me in my life that, it's amazing. And one of my best friends, mom, she sadly passed away of breast cancer this year. His name's John. He was one of my first people that ever honestly got me into, what professional photography really is, and taking pictures of a car that is beyond what you can imagine. And like something that's the first that you see in something like that. That's like an 800 horsepower purple Mitsubishi Evo. It's like, oh my gosh, just the opportunity to get to do that and know people like that. Like, you really do get to know these people too. And that's what's fun about it.
Absolutely.
Like, you just gotta be real.
So every photographer is different, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So when you see a car, what's the first angle that you have to get?
So what I always do, especially, I'm looking at what's going to be the background. I typically like real low f-stop shots that are going to really nice and blur it out a little bit in some way, even more on Lightroom when I edit it, or Photoshop when I edit it a little more. And when the shot I really want to get's that nice 45-degree angle of the car from that kind of light looking right at you. Yeah. Kind of down like either a center line of a road or somewhere like directly placed in the middle of a road like that. you're going to really get like a dynamic view of the car.
Absolutely. Now, for those who are interested in photography, of course, not everybody can afford like a brand new camera or even a camera at the pawn shop. So
Right.
what would be a decent quality camera to start with for beginners that's interested in photography?
One that I would shoot for probably is like an earlier Sony Alpha 7. I use an Alpha 7 III. There's a lot of people, that have more than me that use Alpha 7 IVs that are a good bit better than mine even, but I'm satisfied with what I have and the quality of materials that I get out of it. So no problem with what I'm using. But like the earlier Sony, like Alpha 7s, Fujifilm makes some great cameras. Some of the Canons that you can pick up from like pro shooters that do weddings and stuff, they may be high up in like the click count, but like you can get a ton more life out of any one of those Canon cameras. They last forever.
Gotcha.
So Canon would be a good place to start with, honestly, for price point.
Okay.
And then Sony would be where I would jump second because the type of lenses and the quality of lenses you can get.
Now, in your opinion, from your perspective, is Sony like a top A+ quality camera, or is there above that?
I would say they're like the mecca cameras a little bit. Like a lot of professionals that shoot like NFL or say like concert or anything like that, they're using Sony Alpha, the new model, like the brand new, like the Alpha 1s and the brand or the Alpha 4s, anything like that. I'm using a 3. I'm satisfied with that. So, it's like I could bump it up like $1,000 and get an Alpha 4, but I don't really need to at this point.
Gotcha. I can only assume that the more clients you have, the better grade of cameras that you can afford, I guess, because
part of that too is
the better equipment that you want to use.
I would say part of that's like equipment too. Like I'd like to get like a nice video gimbal rig that I can hold like out the back of my car. I have a safety harness and everything that I can latch onto the back of my car and take very quality shots like out the trunk and kind of stuff like that.
Crazy. So Nate, since you do run a media company, is it you and your wife, or is it just you, your wife, and the team?
My wife. Thanks to we had a few years of free doing that.
Okay.
Just based on the government things going on during COVID. Yeah, she technically works with me all the time, pretty much. We do everything together. It's great.
Got you. Well, Nate, we are going to take a quick music break. Of course, you guys who are rocking out with Kruisin with KS tonight, first and foremost, thank you. I see my coworker in the chat, Christopher. I see Michelle in the chat. I see a couple people watching on YouTube. First and foremost, I want to say thank you. If you haven't shared the stream yet, please share the stream. And do me a favor, if you haven't clicked the link in the description to Nate's Seezox.Media Instagram page, please do so. Give him a follow on tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get into this brand new video by my bro, D Black, down in Orlando, Florida. This is his brand new video called Lamborghini Doors. You guys, we'll be right back. We got more questions with Nate, and we're going to get some shout outs. He's going to talk about more about equipment, cameras, maybe some goals, etc. So definitely stick around, you guys, and we'll be right back right after this video. Shout out to D Black, Lamborghini Doors. Let's get it. Let's go.
What defines yours? God designed mine, homie, who designed yours? Walking into heaven on these Louboutin floors. Still going up like Lamborghini doors. Choices, you decide yours. Doors never open unless you apply force. Always saw myself in the Porsche, and we still going up like Lamborghini doors. We going up like smoke from the ashes. Never moving horizontally with the masses, cause that can have you horizontally in a casket. One shot at life like Jordan, don't pass it. On the road of life like a foreign, don't crash it. The cost is drastic, the loss is massive. Of course this passion never costs with passing. The last is first when you come from the dirt, knowing your worth never measured accurately. I'm happy to be where I'm at, but still move like I lack it in need. Rapping to free the ones who held captive and be the example, be a candle. Like the dark when life bitch, you gotta scramble. Like the spark when cards dealt, you gotta gamble. Life is hard, but death much worse. If you blessed, that's first. Number 2, God's a blessing. 3, you gotta let him in your life. what defines yours? God designed mine, homie, who designed yours? Walking into heaven on these Louboutin floors. Still going up like Lamborghini doors. Choices, you decide yours. Doors never open unless you apply force. Always saw myself in the Porsche, and we still going up like Lamborghini doors.
We still going up like the gas price. On the road of life, gotta check the gas light. No God to fill you up if you ask, right? Your choice, you can cry, you can laugh, right? Know the one who laugh loudest laugh last, right? When you know every day could be your last night. Gotta know life bigger than the cash, right? Where hurt people like a cash fight. We all broken, some searching, some hoping, some certain, some woken, some coping, some sleeping. All's uneven when you live unbelieving. Giving and receiving like parallel. Receive life when I gained Christ, yet he gave it at the same time. Innocent of sin, yet convicted of the same crime. Now I got the same mind, reach soul, same grind. Look high, you can find
life. What defines yours? God designed mine, homie, who designed yours? Walking into heaven on these Louboutin floors. Still going up like Lamborghini doors. Choices, you decide yours. Doors never open unless you apply force. Always saw myself in the Porsche, and we still going up like Lamborghini doors. Life, what defines yours? God designed mine, homie, who designed yours? Walking into heaven on these Louboutin floors. Still going up like Lamborghini doors. Choices, you decide yours. Doors never open unless you apply force. Always saw myself in the Porsche, and we still going up like Lamborghini doors.
She wanted to see. Happy anniversary.
For real?
Yeah. Come on.
You lie. Wait, my heart beat so fast.
Remember the wrong thing. It's your paperwork. She had to make sure it was her. I love you. I love you.
Thank you. Aww.
Chico.
What you got on today?
I got my little sweater, and it's the
Kruisin with KS.
Kruisin with KS.
Hey. Thumbs up.
All right, everybody, we are back. Hey, man, shout out to my bro D Black with that Lamborghini Doors video, brand new video. I think it's been out maybe about a month, if I'm not mistaken. I'm hanging out with my bro Nate from Seezox.Media. You guys can see his information at the bottom of the screen, and also if you're watching on Facebook, it's in the caption. And if you are tuned in tonight on YouTube Live, it's in the description. So definitely give him a follow on tonight. And in case you guys want to book him for, any events or, photography or just come out and get some video work with him, his booking email is Seezoxphotography@gmail.com. So definitely tap in, you guys. I got to know, Nate, man, what you think about that Lamborghini Doors video?
That was really cool. I like that. Some really nice cars in there. Good message. I like all that.
Got you. So Nate, before we get into, the equipment and the upgrades and everything like that, do you have any shout outs you would like to give on tonight?
Well, I'd like everybody from Berg_built. That's one of my fellow friends here, Ross. He's a good dude. Steel City Society, another Instagram group that I help participate with some of their events. Great stuff. Anybody, man. Pittsburgh Cars and Coffee's been great to me. They've been PGH CNC. They've been awesome to me. Got to get some great events, meet some amazing people there. That's where I met some of the best people in my whole entire life that have humbled me, taught me what it means to do hard work and put in that work to get where you want to be in life for real.
That's awesome. So speaking of, meeting people, I want to know how did you and your wife meet, and was she already doing photography when you meet?
All right, so we met at a carnival.
Okay.
Back in I've grown up in Western Pennsylvania my whole life, so we went to a fair together with a group of friends kind of thing, and we met at a carnival, and somebody was kind of picking on her, and I stood up for her that night, and it was kind of just from then on it kind of worked. She always supported everything I did. I always supported everything she does, so it just works out good.
Now, at the time when you guys met, was she into cars, or did she?
Always. She drove a 5-speed then, so I give her props for that. Most girls I know in their teenagers don't drive a 5-speed, so or any kind of manual transmission.
Got you. Now, Nate, do you know how to drive a manual?
Oh yeah, my daily's 6-speed WRX.
Okay, so I gotta know, do you prefer a manual or do you prefer an automatic?
So I definitely prefer a manual. I like the control you have over the car, especially if it's turbocharged. You have a whole nother level of fun with it. It really does get you from point A to point B where you need it to be pretty quick. It's fun. I'm not gonna lie, the 93 octane gas, the prices on that are pretty terrible, but Subaru does a pretty good job with gas mileage, and we both own Subarus now, so I can't say anything bad about the company.
Awesome. Before we jump into the camera equipment and everything that you would like to show us tonight,
sure.
what are some of your goals that you would like to check off your list before 2025 or before the end of this year?
So those goals will be, I'm finally getting into a position in my job where I'm pricing a lot of higher end stuff, and I'm getting into more of a management kind of role again, where I didn't do the best in my 20s. I didn't make the best choices to say in life. You know what I mean? I've learned from those mistakes. I've made the most of learning from those mistakes and how to resonate with people better and how to resonate with the industry better and everything better. Just really taking a look where I was 10 years ago to where I'm at now is night and day to me. And it's amazing what, God and things can do for you. It's, or what you put your beliefs in, and I got lucky to be a survivor in my situation and make the most of it and meet some really terrific people along the way and people that actually honestly support me. And that means a lot to me.
Absolutely. So I know that you're in media, in photography. Do you have anything you like to show us tonight? Like maybe some of the cameras that you work with or anything?
Yeah, I got my camera bag down here. Let me get this out real quick. I'll show you my main camera rig that I use.
Okay.
This is my go-to.
Now, does your wife have her own camera bag and her own specific camera that she uses?
We're working on getting her set up with another Sony Alpha, kind of like this when I replace it with the 4.
Okay.
So this is, let me take it apart real quick. Just one button takes it off. That body is the Sony A7 III.
Okay.
Really nice on the back. Has the monitor that you've all kind of control over.
Yeah.
On the bottom, it has a battery. On top of that, you got the side with the dual memory slots over here.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then my go-to lens is this Sigma. It's a 1.4 35 millimeter. And it goes up to 50 millimeter because the Sony actually, this camera, when you press you can customize up to 50 buttons on it. And
what?
One of those crops from, yeah, I don't even have 50 ideas of what I can do with that. You know what I mean?
That's wild. That's wild.
I use maybe 7 on a regular basis.
Okay.
One of them switches from a 35 millimeter on this to a 50 just based on how it crops the image.
Okay.
Through a mirrorless lens. So that's one of the bigger advantages over mirrorless, I would say.
Now, about how much is that camera with the lens and everything that you just had on the screen? How much is that?
Right there. Body of the camera around $1,200 still right now. Lens a little more, probably around $13-14.
Wow.
So as you guys can see, it truly is worth the investment. I'm probably going to upgrade again, and there's a painter that I really look up to, and there's a few dates of his in 2024 that he's interested in me coming to, and I'm kind of humbled by that and taken back a little bit that somebody wants to see my work done in that way. It's not every day you get asked by some Instagram verified painter to do something for you, which is really cool. But
that is pretty awesome.
I'll probably upgrade my rig and do a kind of zoom kind of setup lens then, where I can focus more in on, how far away I am or where I'm at in location to where he's at on the stage, kind of thing.
Absolutely. So you started, in photography as a teenager, went through high school, graduated. What was the first thing you did after high school? Did you pursue a college degree, or did you go right into your passion, or what?
So I had some years where I fell apart a little bit, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I suffered from some depression and anxiety, and I learned how to deal with that. Got through that, overcame it, realized there was a lot more to life than what I thought there was. Mm-hmm. Parts where I felt like giving up on myself a little bit, but you know what? No matter what, it's how much hard work you put toward yourself and your profession and your goals. At the end of the day, they're going to absolutely, build that foundation of what you want to be, who you expect yourself to be, everything.
Absolutely. Now I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of people, they suffer in silence. So with you already overcoming, depression in your own way, what are some tips or maybe some encouragement you can give the listeners that may be going through depression as well, or any type of challenging situation in their present life right here, right now? What's some advice that you can give them?
I would say some of the best advice for me has been really taking it upon myself to focus on the positives in life. And I'm sorry, my dog is barking at the door. So I really like to focus on a lot of the positives in life, and I like to remind myself of everything that I'm good at instead of the things that I'm not happy about my life or myself. And what can I do better as a person or an individual every day to either enhance somebody else's life or my own or whatever that might mean, you know. It's different every day a little bit because I think where I'm working at and everything too, like I'm humbled by where I work at a little bit, honestly, because I realize like working at a thrift store is not a traditional kind of job, but it's like in a handful of months, I've already got my way up through a few raises. I've already worked my way into a spot where they're willing to categorize me as that type of manager. Um, you know, it hasn't taken much extra effort to really do what I expected of myself.
Absolutely. Now, Nate, when you go out to these different car events and etc.,
Yeah.
what's your favorite thing to shoot? Is it cars? Is it nature? Is it animals? Like, what's your favorite thing to shoot? Is it weddings?
I honestly, I have a huge thing with cars. I really enjoy like the really private events. Those are fun because it's just something you don't expect to see on in the ordinary day ever. You're usually donating toward a charitable cause, something very
Right.
nice. So it's never going anywhere bad. It's always just getting a group of like-minded individuals together, a lot of other photographers kind of around, and kind of working all together as a team to like, here's the good that we can do with all this as a group, you know, here's the contributions we can make as a charity to people. This is what we can do with our lives. You know, just embrace it. Like literally take every chance you get as far as like people being authentic with you. Just make sure it's real and really go from there because I honestly I did not expect to meet half the people that I know in my life. It's unbelievable. Like some of my mentors and some of my people that really give me advice in life. It's really come a long way and like helped me a long way in life to say that I accept myself. I'm happy with who I am. On top of that, you know, the sky's the limit pretty much.
Absolutely. Nate, with how long have you been on Instagram?
So this is an interesting story, probably like 7 years, but 5 years of it, I probably put in 2,500 followers or so.
Okay.
I think a lot of them were fake. I don't know at this point, but one morning I woke up with a DM like, "Hey, send me a picture of like your whatever it is, your PayPal or something like money that's in there." And next thing I know, my Instagram's gone, everything's gone, and I started over fresh, and I'm back up to close to 1,000 again now, like 2 years later.
That's
So I realize like the fake friends from the real ones there. It's like
yeah,
it's a pretty big disconnect, like when you actually get back into it.
absolutely.
And like if you have that kind of stuff that happens to you in social media, like don't be afraid to like jump back into it and create yourself again because those same people that supported you before, they're gonna support you again, you know?
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that because October 2021, I took my first trip to a Hustle Pray Eat conference. Shout out to Hustle Pray Eat, by the way. Mark, Troy. I went out to a conference in Michigan, right? And I
Right.
talked to the pastor like, "Hey, I got enough money to get there to get back to Cincinnati, but I don't have anywhere to stay." So he offered a host home. So I stayed over there, and then I got up the next morning, which was Sunday morning, to come back to Cincinnati, and either on my way back to Cincinnati or soon as I got back to Cincinnati, my Facebook account had got hacked. and
Oh
and
man.
and and you know, I fell for a trick in the inbox.
Right.
A friend of mine said like, "Hey, I needed your phone number or something to log into my account or something crazy like that." And I was dumb enough to give him my number because I thought it was a person. And they took all my information and then they changed it. So when I approached Facebook, like, "Hey, this is what happened. I need my account back." And I've had that account since like 2005. This was like 2021. So that's like 14, 15 years of pictures, memories, videos, everything
A
just
whole throwback account.
yeah, bro. Well, not not reinventing yourself, but just stepping back out there with a fresh page on a fresh, a fresh start. It's encouraging. It's encouraging to know who's really with you versus who's just.
You know the cool thing about that though too, you realize like the mistakes you made as like an amateur a little bit. It's like here's what I could have done better as like myself now. It's like here's what I could achieve now, but like back in the future, it's like I wasn't like back in the past I wasn't doing too great. It's like my quality wasn't there. It's like I wasn't happy with what I was putting out in the end,
Gotcha.
But like you realize like over those times too, it's like I did some of my best work then, but I also did some of like my worst work then, and now I'm like at a level where it's like I feel like I'm putting out like a good consistent level of like work every time.
Got you. So for those who are trying to grow their Instagram or trying to go viral like everybody else is, what's some advice that you can give people who use Instagram or just social media? What's some advice you can give them?
Right now, like I went to school as a marketer, so I would say videos are really popular. Like you're looking at like TikToks, like you're looking at Instagram Reels, reposting those as YouTube Shorts, using all those outlets all at the same time, basically, to both expand your brand and who you are, but to, if you're already having those videos become popular, make them go viral and actually be able to monetize what you're doing then at that point and have a level of passive income where YouTube's paying you X amount per views you're getting because, you're putting that work out there and that effort out there. It's really like that. I mean, that's how one of my favorite dudes ever did it. Shout out Seezox.Media. Literally, that dude is the man. Chris, he's awesome. We met a few times in person. He literally like was one of my like first people I was around that I was like, all right, we traveled to like Ocean City as a trip every year since like 2016. And they had a show there called H2OI. It was like all German import cars and just insane, beautiful imports, beautiful builds. And it turned into like a real riotous kind of disaster a little bit. And like, it's kind of sad that it turned into a takeover and they shut down almost like the whole entire event. And it's no longer anymore pretty much at all. I think the last year we went was 2019 and we got to go see his after movie in New York, that we got invited to go check out, which was really cool.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. But before we get into the takeovers in the cart community, I want to get into another video. For those who are just now joining us, first and foremost, thank you for joining us tonight on this cold, chilly Monday evening in Ohio, because this is definitely cold here, okay, guys? But I'm hanging out with my bro, Nathan Seezox from Seezox.Media.
You got it right.
You guys can follow him on Instagram. His links are in the description if you're watching on Facebook, and also in the description if you're watching on YouTube. I got another brand new video that I want to talk about. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's by, who is it by? Actually, this is a video that I did of the Wyoming cars back in August. And then after that, we're going to play the Bella Veronica selfish video, because a lot of us, we tend to be selfish when we should be sharing Jesus with everybody, sharing, just being kind to everybody. And that's what Bella Veronica is talking about in her brand new video called Selfish. So without any further ado, we're going to play the Wyoming cars clip, and then we're going to get into Bella Veronica. Somebody tag Bella Veronica in the chat. And if anybody wants to connect with Nate, his information is in the banner below. And if you're watching on Facebook, his information is in the caption. And if you're watching on YouTube, his information is in the description. And for those who want to book him for any photography needs, his booking email is Seezox.Photography@gmail.com. You guys, man, let's go ahead and get into this Wyoming cars, and we'll be right back with Bella Veronica. Check it out.
He view these trials nowadays simply as strictly lessons. We the church, not the building, the body in your section. When you weak, now you strong, now you can finally step in. Man of God, warrior, now talking Stephen. And seeing what most don't, I'm paranoid. I recommend that you just surrender, can't bear the void. From poverty to royalty, get upgraded. Chasing the American dream, just leave you frustrated. Fake it till you make it was acceptable. Until the real thing run up on you, now vegetable. And all on doorposts, got demons hip. You got a chip on your shoulder, I gotta bring it dip. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You don't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. Those you call upon his name, leaving nobody. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You don't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. Those you call upon his name, leaving nobody. I'm staying charged, my spirit man get fed daily. The heart is desperately wicked, it always seem to fail me. From being town to Notre Dame, I stay the same. Chose to be a man for my wife and kids like Damon Wayans. And now I'm quarter soul saint who overcame. Convinced, picking up nothing else like shoulder pain. We taking off like airlines when leaving Logan. We Christ-like, so it's Christ-like, that be the slogan. Highway to heaven, you fear God cause your sins judged. Our fear more like respectful reverence. Altar call looking like a stick up, slip up. Betrayal will hurt your chest like a hiccup. A bag ain't the mission. No, there's not one good in this world. 50 like that rag in your kitchen. That's why we decrease so we can increase. We see peace, we 10 toes, don't need please. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You don't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. Those you call upon his name, leaving nobody. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You don't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. Those you call upon his name, leaving nobody. Forget the keys to the city, we got into the kingdom. My enemy got some help, I boldly tell him bring him. Used to eat stress by sipping on Seagram. Now I'm looking to Zion, but not like Brandon Ingram. Got some disappointed, cause they traps don't work. Redeeming time, I write my raps at work. Speaking life into the atmosphere. Get gone, fall and collapse. Put me on that map last year. Always taught to be a bigger person. Easy said than done. But for example, God bled his son. From round the way, what you said get spun. Never let the left know what you right, do it said and done. Step up in the office, let's discuss the plan. Get introduced to a man who wasn't just a man. Bold enough to start revivals up in your lobby. My Glorilla, no Glorilla with your body. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You don't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. Those you call upon his name, leaving nobody. Later in this walk, you find out there's nobody. You don't look around, but there's nobody. Enemies will drown, leaving nobody. Those you call upon his name, leaving nobody.
Push on your spazzing.
Don't wanna hurt no more. I've been through this before. This year is personal. I'm breaking curses off. I wanna be where you are. Lord, you're my shining star. Cause you're my healer, a real love dealer. And that's just who you are. I don't wanna be selfish. I just want the world to know. Oh, I just want the world to know. I don't wanna be selfish. I just want the world to know. Oh, I just want the world to know that I'm stuck on you. Stuck on you. Lord, I'm choosing you. Choosing you. Lord, it's all for you. All for you. Lord, I'm choosing you. Choosing you. No matter where I'm at, Lord, I choose you. Even on the good days, I choose you. Even on the bad days, I choose you. I wanna be selfish, and I wanna say thank you for all you do. You're the only one that pulls me through. Even on the bad days, I choose you. I wanna be selfish with you. You can have it long, your love is everlasting. It's only vulnerable, they be loving backwards. No way to fake this love, I'm not an actress. You took my life and rose it from the ashes. I don't wanna be selfish. selfish. I just want the world to know. Oh, I just want the world to know. I don't wanna be selfish. I just want the world to know. Oh, I just want the world to know that I'm stuck on you. Stuck on you. Lord, I'm choosing you. Choosing you. Lord, it's all for you. All for you. Lord, I'm choosing you. Choosing you. No matter where I'm at, Lord, I choose you. Even on the good days, I choose you. Even on the bad days, I choose you. I wanna be selfish, and I wanna say thank you for all you do. You're the only one that pulls me through. Even on the bad days, I choose you. But I'm still you. Lord, I'm choosing you. Lord, it's all for you. Lord, I'm choosing you.
I am the blade of justice. Anthony Edwards.
Overtime, I put in that overtime work. 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 All I do is work every day, all day. Work, grinding for my fam, bro. I need a payday. Work, my faith super straight, bro. I'll never sway. Work, I put in that work. I did it that long way.
Making moves in silence, guala guala be grinding. Yeah. Faith in my marriage, I only got one wife and haters don't like it. Hopped out my grave, back like I'm Lazarus. Got worked out my pain, thought I lost but I gained. Out of the storm like I'm Joe, spreading these rhymes dealing hoes. See, cause the devil can't kill me. Reclaim my time like I'm Maxine. I make it move so precisely. Strapped with the word like I'm Osteen. Hustle and flow like Taraji. I'm always on time cause I'm early.
It ain't easy, bro. I'm first ballot. I'm the greatest, bro. They no challenge, no new friends. Yeah, I'm the one now here grinding. DJ Khaled, my brother's keeper. That's no malice. It's tool time with my Tim Allen. I stay with late nights, Jimmy Fallon. I'm sauced up, but I ain't Italian. I play the game like Madden. Seasoned Patriots in 07. A street rat like Aladdin. I put in work. Now my fam's in the palace on the level. Get off my pallet. Silly rabbit, you lost like Alice. I'm Goku going Super Saiyan. Why the rest of y'all stay dragon? Overtime, I put in that overtime work. 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 All I do is work every day, all day. Work, grinding for my fam, bro. I need a payday. Work, my faith super straight, bro. I'll never sway. Work, I put in that work. I did it that long way.
Yeah, you know I punch in the clock. Teamster, I gotta eat. Got that hunger like no lunch in the box. My stomach's in knots. So don't muzzle the ox, I'm treading in the jungle with lions like Barry Sanders running, and I don't wanna fumble the rock. So I'm humble, cause pride is like a stumbling block. Don't wanna be someone I'm not, cause that is not funny. Like Carrot Top, and being the stand-up guy doesn't always come with the props, doesn't always come with the perks, but we work for a wonderful God.
Yeah, man, I pray for a balance, yeah, so that your boy won't get shook. Ayy, cause all I do is work, like Rihanna on a hook. Work ethic out the hook. Ayy, cooking these boys and hooks. Ayy, South Bay stay on a mission, trying to get them all out of Hell's Kitchen. And on such a page, man, I stay pitching, pumping product all in they system. But I don't trap like I used to trap, man, I do this thing way different. Shout out to my plug, he the realest, used to focus on just staying busy. Now I'm all about the kingdom, business going extra on my G3, I be getting.
Overtime, I put in that overtime work. 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 All I do is work every day, all day. Work, grinding for my fam, bro. I need a payday. Work, my faith super straight, bro. I'll never sway. Work, I put in that work. I did it that long way.
go so hard, state of mind. Can't follow my trail, my soul ain't for sale. All over the place is landmines. Won't settle for less. I grew up off them government checks, so the money made me greedy. And the people that was needy, I was selfish. God cleared up the mess. Oh, certified, some know. Ever since I signed with the honcho, look, I party hard with the surface people. You on the water with Nemo? Word 6 beat, I'm wildin' on it. I'm like a Maybach, I'm styling on it. For the ones who stay they street. Put it in, dry, roll them tires on it.
Hey, Eden, let me in, so I'll probably crack they head like a devil leg. Distribution, no devil leg. If it rain, I tell them to let heaven in. Come from that spot with the block hot. Satan let us the crank at the block lock. Boy, for me with the Pyrex. My life is a movie, boy, IMAX. It's only cause of Jesus, boy, I flex. It's only cause of Jesus, boy, I'm next. It's only cause of Jesus, boy, I'm blessed. K-grade AE, boy, timeless.
9 to 5 ain't good enough. I'm working overtime. I stay on the clock. I'm on no sleeping. I'm wide awake. I stay on the go. I gotta catch them all. They say the sky's the limit, but my father right up above it. 24 hours of working. I stay on my grind. All I know is the hustle. I'm covered by that blood when I put in work. All I know is God since the day of birth. Holy Spirit got me fired up.
Holy Spirit got me fired up.
And then you'll... Alright. Hold this brake in and then push that button if you can. Push the button. Yep, hold that brake in. Push that button. Now press the gas, grab it. This one. Not this one.
What do you say?
You want to stand behind it and hear it? It's louder if you go stand behind.
Come on, let's go stand behind it just a little. Back up just a little. What's going on, man? Yeah, I drove to the wrong location. Oh, shit. All right, y'all, man. We back. Hey, man, shout out to my son, man. He be getting to sit in all the cars, man. That's why I love being a dad. I love going to car shows with him because who doesn't love kids? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Bella Veronica Selfish. Hopefully you guys enjoyed A-Easy with the Work 6. That was a good video shoot. We had a lot of fun doing a video shoot out there, and I want to say we was in a park somewhere in Kentucky. Way up in like the mountains or something. It was a great overview of Cincinnati and northern Kentucky. Definitely had a lot of fun shooting that video. But I'm here with my bro. My guest tonight on Cruisin with KS is my bro Nate from Seezox.Media. You guys definitely tap in with him if you want to book a session, or maybe if you have like any like questions or anything. Give him a follow on the gram. Links are in the description. Nate, what you think about the Bella Veronica Selfish video?
I like both the videos. Those are both very good, very well shot. I wish I could shoot a video that good, like edit something that good. That was really well edited. Everything was really spot on that. I like that.
Awesome. So before we got into the music, before we got into the videos, you talked about takeovers, ruining a spot in. I'm guessing is it Pennsylvania?
It was Ocean City, Maryland, actually.
Okay, so Maryland. So I gotta
We've
know.
been going since my wife and I have been together 15 years. I should say that we've been to get married 5, together for 10.
Okay.
We used to go. Ocean City, Maryland was like a huge part of our year every year to go on this trip there and do H2O, and that was like the big show for like Volkswagens, German import cars for the most part, a lot of stuff like that, and then some really unique builds as well too.
Yeah.
And everybody used to be able to go there and express their cars and builds, and there was no trouble with police. There was nothing at all that would have alluded to how it ended up, say in 2020, when some of the people like I knew, like the really big YouTubers started pulling out, even like, this is my last year doing this. I can't do this anymore. Can't take these kind of risks anymore. And
yeah,
I don't blame them, honestly. It's like, I respect what they did of getting out of that kind of stuff. That was pretty wild. It got riotous. I mean, people were shooting off fireworks in the crowds, like in the middle of traffic. Like, a dude jumped into the bay with like drugs and stuff, and he shot at some cops earlier that night. Like, I mean, it got pretty wild, and this was in the course of like 2-3 years. Like, it wasn't like it was like a long period of time. Like, I had 5 good years ago in there that were like awesome. We went with like my grandparents, and like, it was a chill experience, but like, it got just completely out of control to the point that like, people were asking me, like, why do you go to this event? It's like, what are you doing? It's like, you're gonna get your car impounded, like something, your exhaust is too loud, your tint's too dark, anything they'll impound your car for.
That's crazy. So I'm glad you're sharing this, because my question for you is, what are your thoughts about takeovers, and are they a part of the car community or not?
Personally, they're not. They don't have any part of the car community at all. It's a mess. From what I understand, I wasn't there, but Gatlinburg, Tennessee is a huge vacation destination for tons of people. Very beautiful area in the Smoky Mountains. I mean, it's just unbelievable land and just mountainous views, and beautiful facility where they hold the show at. And apparently even part of that this year was starting to get taken over a little bit, where they issued a statement to the city, like saying, like, all right, we're not going to do this again next year. Like, this isn't going to go down like this. It's like, it's going to be under control. People were throwing like house parties where they had cars parked around like the entire pool that was somebody's like Airbnb kind of thing. Like, just like not kind of like just Instagram happy stuff, but like not cool in the bigger perspective of like, let's have a normal car event and like put cars in the show that belong in the show. You pay less to go there if you have a show car, for example, even than if you're an attendee. I would have paid like $100 for my wife and I to go as attendees. Whereas if I had a show car and me and her rode in together, it would have been like $65-$75.
Gotcha. So
I mean, like, so their idea, they're promoting it the right way, because they want people to do the show side of it, like the indoor show, the outdoor show, and then get their outdoor perspectives from other photographers like myself that get hired for, whatever reason, to whoever, to go shoot some photos out in the mountains out there, kind of thing, like privately away from the event. And it takes a point to build to that, even where you gain the respect of people to do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Because they're spending, maybe a few $100 on your shoot, or like $150 on their shoot for like 10-15 photos of some just beautiful shots. And they're counting on you to get that right. And where it's turned into now, it's almost like you go to these events and you almost expect something bad to happen almost at this point. It's like, we saw somebody, we were at an event in Washington County, and there was a stolen BMW that was doing donuts around a roundabout. One dude was hanging out the window, literally like half out the window, like recording it on YouTube, and you know, they got caught later that evening. I won't say any more about who was involved or anything like that, but
Okay.
the car was stolen. So I mean, it's getting to the point that people are willing to do some pretty wild stuff to have that clout on Instagram or that clout on YouTube, and I really don't think that's necessary. It's like you make what you make of it and do what you do with it, and that's
So I'm gonna weigh in because, in my opinion, the car community and takeovers are two separate entities. Okay, like I don't even want to partake anywhere near a takeover. Okay,
right.
I don't even want to take like my son to events like that because I'm not going to get caught at any event like that. That's like, in my opinion, that's criminal activity. Okay, let's just put it out there. That's criminal activity.
You're not wrong, yeah.
Now, on the other hand, if there's like a event organizer and they can find maybe like an empty parking lot where it's well managed, like nobody gets hurt, because you get hurt on the streets. Like I done seen takeover videos where people get pants coming off,
hit by vehicles, doing
hit by a car and get thrown in the air. Now, if someone or an organization or a company or whatever can organize a takeover in an organized area, maybe for a fee, I don't know, but like without people getting hurt, without causing destruction on the streets, I'm okay with that. Kind of like what what's the name of the company? Hoonigan is that
Hoonigans, yeah.
Kind of like what Hoonigan does. They invite different YouTubers out.
They have their own premises too.
Exactly my point. So that's the point that I'm making. If somebody, company, whoever can come up with like a structured place, people come and pay money to do donuts or whatever. People in the crowd film it. Cool. We get the footage. Y'all get to do donuts. Everybody's happy. Nobody goes to jail because it's in a organized place. But to do it on the streets at 3 a.m. in the morning while people's trying to get to work or going to bed or whatever, I am totally against that. So I got to know, Nate, with everybody's trying to get content, from photographers, vloggers, YouTubers, what is the solution, in your opinion, to takeovers?
Make yourself available with somebody that's going to be like a part of like at Impact, MPACT. It's like BMW's group of stuff. They'll like legitimately host like, all right, we're going to go like let people go do figure eights and donuts kind of thing. And anybody that's there can film it, kind of a concept. Or, any of the big like auto events anywhere around the United States, they typically have like a burnout pit or a donut pit or somewhere that you can do that kind of stuff legally. And anyone that wants to film that stuff can get out there and film that stuff. It's like, you just got to be there present, film it, and it's legal on that location without a question. The shady stuff that you're talking about is absolutely just kind of like the off the cuff kind of stuff where people are just like, all right, let's do it,
Yeah.
We're going to meet at like this point here in the city and just kind of take it over. And like, I remember like, all right, so one good example of this is I remember like Acrisure Stadium. It was Heinz Field before. There was a whole area where I used to take pictures at. There was one day, road was completely clear, no donuts, like no burnouts. There was an event like that kind of took over. People were doing donuts all over that area. I did a photo shoot the day after, and I mean, all you could see on the road was like just burnout marks and donuts and everything everywhere all over Pittsburgh. Like from Heinz Field clear over to like PNC Park. Like it was just straight up people lighting up the street.
That's wild.
It honestly is on it to me. To see it from one day to the next, that's kind of wild to see it like that. But when you're around like cars and you're around shooting stuff in that same kind of general area where you focus on it, like you like the way shots turn out there, you have a certain spot you really like, or certain things that look really good. They might look different from day to day just based on how people are driving crazy around there. Even it's kind of wild.
Yeah, but I personally will not partake in a takeover.
I agree. It was whenever we were down there in Ocean City, my wife and I, whenever that was going on, they delayed traffic the whole way down the one side of the highway purposely to get people out of town that had to go 4 hours out around basically to get back, so that there wouldn't be any type of events like that in the last year that I attended of Ocean City.
Crazy.
And we stayed in our hotel room and we just saw just dead traffic the whole way as far as you could see down the one side of the road.
Crazy. Now with you being a photographer, possibly, starting a YouTube channel, what are some must attend events in the car community that you would like to check off your bucket list?
I definitely want to go to Gatlinburg next year. That's a big one. That even though it turned a little different this year, but I heard
is it the Slammed Enough event?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard different stories of what that quote unquote takeover was. So I don't know, not being there to say that's exactly what happened or didn't. I'd like to go personally there to get those shots of the mountains and how beautiful it is out there.
Yeah.
That was also like one of my little brother that passed away. That was one of his favorite places. He loved the mountains out there.
Was he into cars too?
He only really liked my BMW. That was about it. I still have the BMW. I'm waiting on the title for it for somebody else to, pass it on to. But that was the only car he really cared for.
Got you. Are there any other must attend events that you would like to go to as a photographer?
Really, I'd like to see a lot more of like the Slammed Enough kind of events. Those are really cool. I like what they're putting on now. They're very cool, different, unique. Battle Gang puts on some amazing shows now. Wait.
What's a Battle Gang? What's that?
It's like a whole other like car outlet. It's like a whole other like car outlet. Let me see if I have a t-shirt.
Battle Gang? That sounds like
actually going right here. Here we go.
That sounds like criminal activity. 911.
No, it's honestly not. It was it's like embrace the. Let me see what this one was. Embrace the hustle. So literally, positive message.
Okay.
And it's just simple as like the Battle Gang on the front,
So
I know some good dudes from this group too. So like they're good people.
So what is Battle Gang? What's that? This is my first time ever hearing about it. I'm sure the chat can agree with me. What is Battle Gang?
So there's so many different car groups like around the whole United States. I've realized that's insane.
Okay.
They're just one of the many, but they're one of the growing ones that really resonates amongst viewers. It seems like.
Got you. So Battle Gang, I'm putting it on.
Yeah, they've started launching like their own shows and events. Like they're doing some cool stuff. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Now, with you being a photographer and you have a bucket list of cars or a list of cars that you just have to shoot before you pass away, can you give me your top 3 cars?
Oh man, that's hard. I've shot a few of them. One of them definitely like a Bugatti Chiron would be really cool. I'd love
Chiron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like in any edition, any year? Do you have a specific?
No preference. I like the 16 logo on the grill. That's pretty cool. Like throwing back to the homage of that brand. That's one of my favorite things. Another one would probably be very early Ferrari. I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh. Like Diablo would be really cool. I've never seen a Lamborghini Diablo in person. That'd be very cool to see. And third, definitely like a Koenigsegg 1-to-1. That would absolutely top off the cake. That'd be really cool to see. Like 1-to-1 speed to weight is crazy. That sounds fun. Not available in America either, so I'd like to make that happen. Any other cars? I'd like some of them though. I'd like to see a few of my friends' drag cars. There's a few drag racers I know that I'd really like to see their vehicles live in person and what they can actually do. That'd be really fun to see and get to shoot some of that. Man, my friend John's car, I'd really like to see a full on open rip on a 800 some horsepower. You know, not even a car you'd never expect to see go that fast, like an Evo 8 that has 800 horsepower, just blows me away. There's a handful of my friends' cars I'd really like to see opened up, to be honest with you. And that's pretty much where I am on my like dream car kind of list, because beyond that, there's like I've seen a ton of Porsches, I've seen a ton of different roadsters that they offer. GTRS3, GTRS4, ton of R35s. I'd like to see an R34 at some point. I've never seen an R34 in person.
You haven't? I've seen like 3.
Never got the chance to see one of those.
Wow. Well, I'm definitely going to send you some pictures after the show.
I'd appreciate it. That's cool. I honestly never got the chance to see one. I'd love to.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm definitely going to send you some pictures from the Cincinnati, Ohio area that I've had the opportunity and the pleasure of capturing. There's a R34 two-stepping actually on my YouTube channel, and I think I have it as a reel on Instagram. So yeah, you might have to check that out.
I remember one of my favorite shots I ever took. It got picked up by Liberty Walk. It was in Cleveland, Ohio, right along the stadium, like where the water is down there.
Yeah.
It was just so happened a boat was going by in the background, kind of cruising, and the car was like capturing perfect light. This was on my stolen account. It had like 24,000 likes or something.
What? Yeah, bro. I would be depressed too.
I've never had that kind of stuff happen to me before. I was like, this car had like 25,000 likes, so I'm not even kidding you. I was blown away by it.
That is pretty awesome.
This day is by far my best one.
That is pretty awesome. Well, Nate, man, I have thoroughly enjoyed hanging out with you, breaking bread with you, finding out who you are, what you're doing, and what's next for you. I'm looking forward to 2024 with everything that you're doing, with everything that you and your wife are going to do as a company.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm hoping that maybe one day I can bring her on the show to talk about how she got into cars, how was that experience, meeting you at the carnival, and what are her goals within the company as well. So
we'd be happy to join you together sometime again, man.
Okay, well, yeah, we can definitely set it up for maybe like February, maybe March, maybe even April.
Let's see where we're at a few months down the road and where future takes us,
Okay. Well, have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
Yeah, man, this was fun. It was something different for me. I've never done this before. I had a great time. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, just like the one-of-one cars that we love to see, take pictures of, this interview is a one-of-one as well. So thank you for, donating your time, sharing your passions with us here at Cruising with KS, with the KS Nation. Did you have any last remarks or any last words?
I just wanted to thank you for the invite, honestly. It was something cool to do, different for me. I've never experienced something like this, and it was something I'm really looking forward to breaking forward into, is like more like podcasting, more getting out there, more doing things with what my brand is, what I am, and really branching out, because that's what's going to gain you. It's going to get you where you want to be in life, honestly, is really that extra hard work.
Absolutely. We got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, which means we got to step outside of our comfort zones, and, we got to get uncomfortable in order to grow. You can't be comfortable and grow, okay? You get uncomfortable in order for you to grow. And if you're not growing, you're dying. So I'm not trying to die no time soon. So I got to keep on growing. I got to keep pushing. And I'm definitely looking forward to 2024 as well. Like I shared with you backstage. Of course, for those who know me on Cruising with KS, I also have the Eliseo Torres channel where I interview people of faith, musicians, pastors, etc. Because I'm the host of the KS Radio Show and the co-host of the God Sound Podcast. So that calendar of events with artists and interviews is already booked until I think March of 2024. So now I'm trying to catch up, cruising with KS with different guests up until December, January, February. Speaking of January, I already have an interview booked for January 20th, and hopefully it's going to be at a live location. It's going to be me and the people, the men from Dad Quest, which is a group of guys that enjoy cars, and they go on different rallies here in Cincinnati. So I'm looking forward to connecting with them. If you guys have seen the Supercar Saturdays post on Instagram with Tristan in front of the black SVJ, the picture of Steve is also in that what is it, 10 photos you can put on Instagram. It's inside of that 10 photo gallery. So definitely shout out to Steve, shout out to Dad Quest, and I just got a contact with Ash the Cat, I think that's her name, down in Florida or Oklahoma, who has 40,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm trying to get a date set with her to come on to the show to talk about her Subaru, her passions, and etc. So if anybody wants to be, a guest on Cruise with KS, reach out to me, DM me. And I also have, as you guys can see, the Christmas edition hoodies are in now. So this is the medium that I'm wearing. And you guys know I got to get Baby KS his too. So I got merch available if you guys are interested. Definitely inbox me, or if you want to be a guest on the show, inbox me as well. Anywhere on social media, that's TikTok, Instagram, or maybe you can leave a comment on YouTube and let me know that you want to be a guest. But Nate, I appreciate you, bro. We've had a lot of great viewers on tonight, a lot of good friends on tonight, and hopefully you gain some followers on tonight. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Hopefully we can bring you and your wife back, or just your wife's solo back in 2024. But just continue to keep pushing, continue to keep grinding, and we are gonna hit that algorithm one day. And
I want to say you're welcome out here to any Pittsburgh Cars and Coffee event to check out some supercars anytime you want next spring.
Say less. You ain't saying no.
I'll be in touch with you, man. Trust me. You'll really enjoy it. I mean, there's hundreds of cars out there that are amazing. You'll enjoy it.
So are you interested in traveling for photography?
I already have. I've been doing it for a little bit. Yeah, I enjoy it.
So have you been on the plane?
Not for photography per se, but like I travel within the tri-state area where I'm at in Pennsylvania.
I got you. So on Saturday, December 2nd, down in Bonita Springs, Florida, there 1K Motorsports, Cars with Nick, and like some other photographers and car enthusiasts, they're coming together for their second annual toy drive. And of course, I've had my YouTube channel for a little over a year now. So last December, to be specific, I partook in a toy drive here in Cincinnati from Cincy Detail, which is like a detail shop. And we drove from Cincinnati to Newport, Kentucky, or Covington, which is like across the bridge. And we donated toys. I actually have that footage on my YouTube channel. So now this year, on Friday, I'm leaving Cincinnati to go down to Bonita Springs to participate in this second annual toy drive. I'm looking forward to connecting with the different enthusiasts down there. And apparently it's going to be, it's at a restaurant, but I'm not sure how big the parking lot is going to be. So I don't know how many cars are going to come. But there is a crew of people rallying from Miami. And then there's another crew of people rallying from Orlando to this central location. So I'm excited to see what's going to pull up, how many cars is it going to be. And because I'm traveling without a rental, Nick said that I might have a chance to, passenger seat drive shotgun with someone. And I'm excited to see what kind of car I'm going to sit in to go to the hospital so we can donate the toys to the kids. Anyway,
make sure and DM me about that too, because I know a few people down in Florida too.
Okay, I definitely will.
This is all through networking from Pittsburgh, but like a few of these people live down in Florida now. So
That's awesome. So
I'll
hopefully
see those around that maybe could help out with that because I know they'd love to do that like charitably. Like there's a few people I know would love to be involved with that.
for sure.
I'll get a hold of some contacts and see what I can do for you.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you, bro. I'm excited. This is my first time ever on the plane, first time ever traveling for content. So I am thoroughly excited. I am thoroughly excited for real.
You'll do good on the plane. Don't worry, man. It's I don't do well on planes, but you'll do great. Don't worry about it.
I've been told to
some gum, you'll be good.
Okay. And funny enough, when my son got back on Saturday and I asked him how was his plane ride to Mississippi for Thanksgiving, he said like his ears always pop from the plane. He was like, "Dad, just chew some gum." So the fact that I'm taking advice from a 6-year-old about a plane ride, because he's been on multiple planes. So yeah, absolutely hilarious. So I would definitely chew some gum. I will. I believe yesterday I was live with is it Cars Talk Live, CTL, on Sunday nights with Dev and with whatever his name is. Anyway, they told me to download movies so that I don't have to pay for movies on the flight.
That's not a bad idea at all.
So I'm going to be
downloading on that iPad. Be good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I am excited for Friday. Okay, like my manager called me in his office today and was like, "Hey, Eliseo, we got you approved for the day off and everything." So I am looking forward to Friday. Okay, I know I got my ride to the airport and go from there. So I'm probably just gonna when I get there, I'm probably gonna go to a local Walmart and maybe buy some Hot Wheels, maybe buy some Barbie doll toys, just so I can partake in the toy drive because I don't want to come empty.
Let me find out if the business I work for has any locations down there too, because you could really make out well like a thrift store where I work. We get some really good stuff in.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll talk to you after this interview. But thank you again for being my guest. I'm looking forward to having you back in 2024. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great, prosperous week, and just continue to grind. Continue to keep God first. Just continue to be positive, and I can't wait to have you back.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, y'all, man. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. For those who want to tap in with Nate on social media, hopefully you have an Instagram account because he's only on Instagram, and you can follow him at Seezox.Media, which is on Instagram. And if you are not on Instagram and you want to book him for any events, car events, weddings, whatever, his booking email is Seezoxphotography@gmail.com. Just do me a favor, and when you contact him, just be serious, okay? Because we ain't here to play, okay? We hear about this money. We hear about this, about making an impact in the world, and we just want to do what God has put in our hearts. These passions that we are, thoroughly excited about and that we're working toward our goals. We just want you guys to be serious when you contact us. But be blessed, you guys. Continue to keep God at the center of everything you do, say, and think. And hopefully I will see you guys on the next Cruising with KS episode. But be blessed and have a great week and be on time for work tomorrow, okay? We're going to go ahead and get out of here with the Charger Scat Pack Burnout and some more videos. But be blessed, y'all. Good night.
Slandering my name, the enemy out for me. I heard the devil got hits on my head. I slide with Jesus, I keep with peace with me. I fear no evil, I'm covered in prayer. I got some faith in my sneakers, I'm walking with Jesus. It's God over money, got money on Jesus. Keep the designer, I really don't need it. I'm ballin' like Jordan, I'm ballin' for Jesus. Yeah, yeah. It ain't no stopping me, ain't scared of no demon. I've been a savage, I'm gonna feel like I'm Kaepernick. Yeah, yeah, it ain't no stopping me. I got my brothers, we running deep. God be the GOAT, he the MVP.
Fresh. We got us up in the room. I have to live my best. Holy Ghost give me moving. Holy Ghost give me shining. Holy Ghost give me living. Holy Ghost give me grinding. Fresh.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know it's KS. This is my good friend, Miss Diana.
Hi.
And she's an entrepreneur here in Cincinnati. So can you tell us what you do?
Yep. So I am the owner of Diana's Gourmet Treats and More. So what I do is I taste amazing treats from all over in different locations, and I bring them into one place so that they are available for you.
Awesome. And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this on my own since
June this year, you guys.
Yep.
So she needs a lot of likes and a lot of support on her Facebook page. I'm gonna get more videos with her. How can people follow you on social media?
My VIP on Facebook is Diana's Gourmet Treats and More VIP, and then
yes.
And then my website is www.dianasgourmet.com.
All right, y'all, man. Y'all heard it here first on Cooking with KS, man. We'll be back with more videos. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna put a link to her Facebook page in the description, and we'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.
We're here today with
My name's Jake.
and
KS. What's going on, everybody?
What's up, guys?
hi guys. This is Kathy from Kathy Speaks 2.0.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let Jake tell us a little bit about his beautiful Ferrari here.
Yep.
And then we may talk about a few things going on in our community and just let you guys get to know us.
Yep.
So go ahead, Jake.
Well, this is a Ferrari F8. It's a 2021. It's a Spider. It's very fast. Top speed 217. 0 to 60 2.5. Although it's rear-wheel drive, so trying to get that 0 to 60 to actually perform right is kind of difficult, but it's really fun. A lot of people look at it and love it, so get to meet a lot of new, nice people like you guys, and the car brings us all together. So,
What are some of the unique features about your car?
well, the speed and the look is definitely something cool about it. The red interior, that's kind of rare. You don't see a lot of cars with red interior. Yeah, it's just a cool, fast car. So.
Now, I got a question. What made you choose Ferrari over any other car manufacturer?
Actually, that's a funny story. So I'm more of a Lamborghini guy, but for the show, because it's more expensive, I brought the Ferrari.
Okay.
So, because it's a more expensive car.
It's a cool car.
Yeah.
It's a cool car.
But,
We got cool cars and cool people out here.
Yep.
Red La Roses.
Here in Norwood.
Yep.
Shout out to Endless Car Culture. They help organize this. And, it's their first one, so hopefully, if we don't mess it up,
yeah,
we can come back next year or maybe do something in the spring. But we appreciate you guys watching. Some questions for the youth.
Sure.
Because everybody likes cool cars, right?
Mhm.
Kathy?
Right, right.
So how can someone, what's some life advice that you can give someone so hopefully one day they can own something like this?
So number one, do not mess up your credit when you're young. That is the key. You cannot buy real estate. You cannot start a business. Well, you can start a business. You can't grow a business very easily without credit. Okay. You can't do a lot of things without credit. Do not mess up your credit. And if you do mess it up, be quick to fix it. Don't let that credit sit and get bad and get into 500s. Keep it high. That's the best advice I can give straight up right off the rip. Number two, don't trade time for money. Trade time for money. You end up working for someone else, you make someone else rich. Become your own boss as soon as possible. Whether it's cutting grass, whether it's doing dishes, detailing cars. I got a lot of young guys like to detail cars, being photographers, whatever. For me, what I did was I started mowing grass, turned it into landscaping, turned it into construction. Oh, that's a Hellcat. Construction went from, invested into real estate. And real estate's where all the money's at, but still do construction. So, I mean, that's basically the best advice I can give. Don't trade time for money. Keep your credit good. be your own boss.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
great information.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some great nuggets for you guys. Make sure you listen carefully and take notes.
Yeah. And stay out of trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble. I did that when I was young.
Cutting grass,
Mhm.
detailing cars. There's a lot of things you can do to make your own money. And
Painting, all types of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Absolutely.
It's
Thank
been
you so
great.
much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for interviewing me.
Yes,
So,
awesome. Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you.